ain't thought. He just grabbed the pump and made it go dumb. Got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a pump cause he got no. Homie stay trippin' cause I got no funds. Homie got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun. Boy, I got a bump with it ain't not fun.
I'm an airport baby, I'm too fly to count. Counting the cash, yeah, it's too high to count. I'm pretending with a fake, yeah, they too fake to doubt. Acting like they are what they not for their clout. They just sucking my blood, they can love what you count. Flowing like water, three with the smiles on the ops gonna plow. They all in the sewers and south in the clouds. I'ma stay down to the sound, to the sound, to the sound. On the floor to the stretch, bill, with the hand to the stretch.
Got no paper, told him quit the pocket, watching jeans ripping at the seams, holding on some dead foes. Schizophrenic with the bag, listen to the money, me go praying every day, glad to say I was.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi's Stadium. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off from Levi's Stadium. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful return. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainers headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Throwing on 3rd and long. It's tipped away, and he's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. The Bills with a punt team out there. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the 49ers will go on offense. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down.
Let's go. Go.
On the ground, this is Isaac Gurindo. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a 49er 1st down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Lucky that didn't end as an interception. And now it's 2nd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Now a give to Gurindo. He's foray up the middle, and that's about 3. Brought down on the play by T'Vondre Sweat.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
it's a nickel set for the Bills. Third down. He'll throw it. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. And he's able to get it past midfield and down onto the 49er side. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
2nd and 3 now. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He gets 6 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Here's the handoff. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, they shoot the pass to try and bring up 3rd and short via a little more conservative ground call, but it backfired. You know, the defense, they'll look for keys up front, and they fired off the line knowing a run was coming. And, boy, they busted it before it could get back to the line.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They go play action here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board.
This one strikes down at the 1, and predictably into the end zone it goes for the touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Trying an inside give to Garindo. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Looking for a throw here. He puts some air under this one, deep right. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge game.
And, hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And the Bills will take over possession. 1st and 10 from the 41. Straight ahead, here's Cook. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you can win a lot of baseball.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Opening frame of the game, and 2 times already, these defenders have got home for a home run sack. They get their way, a lot more teammates are going to join them on the stat sheet with the takedown before this one ends.
And the 49ers in a dime set now. 3rd down coming. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the 49ers get it back on his 6th interception of the season. All right, defense did its job, forced the offense into a 3rd and long, and that, in large part, partner, led to that interception.
Such a dichotomy, Kate, in so many ways. Offensively, we hear all the time what? Stay on schedule, avoid these situations. Defensive coaches, you know what they say, earn the right to rush the passer, earn the right to make them one-dimensional, and when you do, go pay it off. And they did in the biggest of ways with that huge INT.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing off the play fake here. Complete out to the right side. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're left facing a 4th down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Caught for big yards on the right. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the 49ers. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. That's Gregory Rousseau who cleaned up that play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. That's the end of one here on New Year's Eve. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They have 2nd and 9 for their first play. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That sure ended up being worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
And the Bills bringing out an extra defensive back, third down coming up. And they make the tackle at the 38.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
So here he is, getting his second field goal look of the half. This is a 55-yard look from the left hash. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
You know, we get on that field in pregame, and these kickers make it look so easy. But in real action, it's a totally different animal. That was definitely online. Just didn't quite get all of it. It's going to wind up just a few feet short.
He's going to loft one deep to the left. Big gain downfield. And in. Touchdown, Buffalo. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's a give up the middle. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Let's go now.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's brought down after a short gain. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Pass play now. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And that makes it 4th down. The 49ers are lined up in punt formation. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now run by Cook. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You call that 1st down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. But they'll take that every single time.
Big play to begin the drive. That's up to the 37. Play action on first down. He puts some air under it deep. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers have it as he records his 7th interception of the season.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And it sets up second down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
Go!
On the give, it's Garindo. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Now looking to throw. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And they really went for it on third down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. So no return on that punt. And it'll be their football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Here's a give to Cook. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know it from the position of the quarterback, Kate. Sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. A little touch pass here, trying to move the chains. Jukes out a one-stop, and he's tackled with the first down yardage.
No, it's not a running back, but it's a receiver carrying across the marker, Kate. I'm not even calling this a trick play anymore. It's about maximizing your resources and your asset, and this receiver shows you he can be a tool as a running back.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down read option. He keeps it running right. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Nick Bosa makes the stop. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They were looking for him again, Brock, and for a moment, we thought he had another catch, but then that contact knocked the football from his hands.
Kind of become a victim of his own early success. Not too different, Kate, than a pass rusher that gets a sack. You know what happens? Got to slide to him, got to chip to him. You get a receiver that gets it going like this, you know more contact and more focus is coming his way.
To the air, 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Bills first down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. This is Cook on the handoff. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about real power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that first down.
Here we go, third and less than a yard. Looking to the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack. A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, for a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
After the sack, another pass on second down. That one is swatted away, incomplete, but there's a flag down in the secondary, and I think they're going to get somebody here for holding. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty. Let's see what they went with on third down. He's dropping back to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Terrell Bernard. And the Bills take over on his 5th interception of the season. Well, partner, you know this one firsthand. Getting them behind the sticks really limited what the call could be on the offensive side, and no doubt helped set up that INT.
Fortunately, I sure do. And when you're in these situations, you got to have self-talk. You really do as a quarterback. You got to tell yourself, 3rd and long, extra long like this, protect the football. Protect the football. A punt is okay. Quarterback extra aggressive in the defense, well, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They took it from them.
Now it's Cook. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival. And
that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock.
timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
And he missed it. It's no good. And they'll continue to lead by 9. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Huard, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Come on, set.
Motioning him from the slot right. They'll run here on first down. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that first down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go, set, go.
They're going play action. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on 2nd and 20.
Let's go. Ready.
Running it after the penalty. And he's tackled for a short gain. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. So the Bills going with a dime package now on 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw now. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on 3rd down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. 4th down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
And they bring him down to put a stop to that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. They're out and set. 1st and 10. It's an option right that begins this drive. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
It's easy for me to say up here in the friendly confines of the booth, Kate, but that was not the right read. And you hate seeing him absorb yet another hit at the end of the play. You never want him taking unnecessary shots throughout this game.
That one finds Josh Downs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Offense to the line for second down. Back to throw. He's got this complete to James Cook. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never a welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Bills first down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a first down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Finds Sanders. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
And they take him down right along the 30. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior. 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
To throw here on first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
2nd and 10 now. Hits him on the out route. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. They'll try and throw it here. He's got it near the 10. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Let's go now.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Straight ahead, it's Brown. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Ready up.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at He runs it across. Touchdown! The Bills push their lead further to start the half. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Not sure what possessed them to do this. It looks like they're lining up to punt inside the red zone. So after thinking it over, they're lining up for two. They motion the slot man right. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this two-point attempt fails. The Bills kickoff team out there now as they'll send this away. Needed a little more to reach the landing zone, so give him the ball at the 40-yard line. Excellent field position for him here after the kickoff lands short. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 47. It is caught left side. And he'll go out of bounds after a pickup inside the opposing 40. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Second down now, 7 to go. Here's a throw. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. So as the clock winds down to a new year, we wind down to our final quarter. That's the end of 3. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw. Completed over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. Running back sent in motion. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right. They connect on the deep shot. And got his man. That's a San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers can make it a 1-score game as they trim the lead. Now a point after to bring it back within 1 score. The kick is good, and they've moved back within a possession in the fourth. All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. This isn't even going to make the 20. The coverage team gets to him.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Drive starts with an option, right side. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bills first down.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
They're now set for first and 10. Taken in by Downs, left side. And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. He'll look to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing third and long.
Well, that's when you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll throw on third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here we go, set.
They'll head up first and 10 from the 42. This set of down starts with an option right. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
You know, for pitchers, you hear them say, gosh, you got to pitch this guy backwards. For defenses, you got to do the same at times, Kate. You just can't always run it on first. You got to mix in some high-percentage pass plays. Otherwise, you're going to get hit right in the face for a loss just like that.
They'll run now on second down. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there. Only 2 yards on the run, and they're left with third and 11.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete, fourth down coming up.
That's somebody they're going to look for if he has any space deep. That space, though, Kate, just disappeared between when he let that pass go and when he actually made it down the field.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And, oh, just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20. Drive starts out with a first and 10.
Let's go now.
Lone back gets the handoff. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Go!
Another carry for him. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Put the body on the line for his team. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Left side secured by Ayuk. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. There's a handoff up the gut. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Pearsall on the slant. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Go! Check go!
From the 42. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one does not go far.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today, because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
Pearsall there to grab it. And they get this down to the 28. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
Here he is to throw. Finding Pearsall. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Go!
Back to throw. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining. Nearly an interception on that play. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
Oh, that was such an opportunity lost. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points on the series. And instead, oh, he just couldn't quite hang on.
That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the Bills make the play that should win them this game. Well, how quickly things can change. They were looking so good just a couple of plays ago, and suddenly, not anymore. A red zone look comes up empty with that interception.
I think the pressure got to him there, Kate. And I don't even mean all those pass rushers, although they were certainly coming too. I mean the pressure of being 3rd down in the red zone. That's where you got to slow yourself down as a quarterback and know you've got to simply protect the football.
Brown on the inside give. And he's going to work his way up to the 19. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. So the Bills fight their way to a win on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL,